Hey guys, Josh here, and today we've got a CTF on Arcaden. Um, if you're new or you just don't know, my name is Josh, but my gamer tag is Amaze, and you're spectating me right now. Um, we just posted up 2 listen-ins, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and look at that. They're both, well, more the second one was a bit more entertaining, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. This is the same people that we played and listened in because we scrimmed them quite a bit of maps, and they're about even in our skill level. So, well, yeah. So it really called for some good gameplay. I know this one is pretty close, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I'm using the ACR, sleight of hand, quick draw, and dead silence, of course. And basically, this is our LAN team. Now, if you don't know who's on our LAN team, it's basically 3 people that are on our regular team and 1 person who was on our last LAN team. He's not on our regular GB team. He is on a S&D team who I think he's like 86-5 right now, so he's doing pretty well. I think he's like team damage or whatever, and they're pretty I think they're like 5th or 6th or something like that. But anyways, his name is Damage or DMG Stevey. So he will be playing with us in the LAN. And the other team that we're facing right now is the other LAN team. You guys might recognize Get a Rolex. He was on our last LAN team, and he did leave. There's 2 reasons. One, because it wasn't really working out between us. We didn't really get along, especially me and him, but he just wasn't fit, like, right for our team, especially since we already had 2 Slayers kind of thing. So it wasn't like we needed him kind of thing, and I think he's gonna find it better on this other team, and it's no hard feelings, blah blah. And the other reason is, oh yeah, we didn't know what we were doing at first, so he found a team that did. So, but yeah, this is his team, or well, this is a team that dropped somebody for him. They placed, I think, 4th, I think, at the last LAN. So yeah, they'll be hopefully doing well. They're semi. Oh, okay, let me get into what this is. So there are different divisions for this LAN. The first LAN is completely decided on top players. Now Dave runs this, but he's not really a gamer, so he wouldn't know who's good, who's not. So what they do is they pick. He's friends with one of the guys on the team, Dead Sight, I think, and he basically chose the elites, semi-elites, amateurs, and then there's new amateurs, I believe. New amateurs are just people who aren't in the group, which is like a Facebook group, or they just new to the whole thing. This is their first LAN, blah blah blah. Amateurs are people who have gone before, like us, but either did not do well or haven't gone to more than one. So yeah, we're an amateur. We didn't do well in that. Well, we got 5th out of 11 in Black Ops, and yeah, like I said before, and I'll say it again, like, Black Ops isn't our game. We only practiced for about 1 week before the actual LAN itself. So actually, we did pretty decent, better than I thought we were. I was just going to have fun, but we ended up getting 5th, which wasn't bad. But I do see quite a bit. Oh, watch this. Don't get any bullets on him, so I'm just like, oh, Rolex. But anyways, so I do say that I do predict that we'll have a much better LAN this time. We're practicing a lot more. I mean, 3 of them are on our GV team, so we can do matches all the time. Damage, Stevey, I'll just call him Stevey from now on. He's been practicing with us in the past couple of days. Sucks though, because these past couple of days are the only days that we've actually done anything with Stevey, but that's changed, and he'll be probably scrimming more. So yeah, so what it is that the amateurs and new amateurs are in one division for the LAN, and the semi-elites and the elites are in another division of the LAN. And basically how it works is that there's going to be 2 tournaments, basically. One on January 4th, one on January 5th. And the elite prize is bigger, but there's much less teams. Now there's 16 AM teams predicted, and 8 elite teams predicted. Now, see, this isn't confirmed. There could be more, there could be less. Some teams do drop out at the end, but some teams also find we got game at the end. So yeah. Basically, what it's gonna be like is, so top 16 is 16 teams for AM, and we're gonna be in that. And I do have really good feelings about how we're gonna do. First place, I believe, is like a 1,600 prize. I don't know if it's 1,600 for the full first place, or if it is a 1,600 grand total, which means second and first place, I believe, would be combined to get 1,600. Of course, first place being a lot more. Now, the cool thing is that the way that it's been made is that the top, you don't get to choose really which tournament you're in. Like, you just got put into your division. But since we are an AM, that kind of sucks. Kind of want to play with the elites, blah, blah, blah. But if we win, or it's actually top 2, you get, the first one wins the prize and gets a free invitation to the elite, which is the very next day. And the second place team will get their prize, again minimal, but gets half off the pricing for the next event, which is the next day also. So sorry, the second place team will have half price off in the elite tournament. So that's cool. The top 2 AMs get to go with the elites, making a little bit more competition for the elites, and also giving the amateurs a chance to actually show themselves. Because I mean, it kind of sucks. I mean, as an AM, there are a few elite teams that, I'm sorry, but they're kind of cocky, and they're like, well, because I was kind of complaining a little bit about how the elites were getting more money for their prize, and I didn't really think about how the AMs would get a free ticket in anyways, so I never really got it. But I just assumed, there's 16 AM teams, we're putting in $160 each, so if you do the math, that's like, I don't know, $2,600, something like that, I don't know. And then the elites team's only 8, so they're putting in like, I don't know, 1,500. So there's a big difference. But then I forgot, the top 2 teams, yeah, they get the earnings and they get to go for more earnings. So I didn't really think of that. But anyways, a couple elite teams were like, well, you're an AM, so even if you were to compete with the elites, you probably wouldn't win anyways. And it's like, how do you know that? Like, you don't know just because you're ranked elite on the first LAN where it's just somebody picked you and no one got to show their stuff. Like, we're way better at this game than Black Ops, I'll tell you that much. And well, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine. The next LAN will be more elites. I'm sure the top 2 AMs will be in the elites. I don't know how it's actually gonna work. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's gonna be fun. Like I said, this is a semi-elite team, yeah. So, and we did pretty well against them. If we were to count caps-wise on every map, I think we did every single CTF map. We didn't practice Dom, and that's something I kind of want to talk about. Is that, and I proposed it, but only because everybody wanted it. Basically, since the Facebook group, you get to talk on Facebook. But what it's gonna be is a 2 CTF game. If you've ever played the Icons Premier, it's pretty much a lot like that, but a little bit more organized. The Icons Premier was 2 CTFs, 1 S&D, and that's what we're gonna do. But the first 2 maps are gonna be CTF, and the overtime will be S&D. The way that Icons did it was that it wasn't organized. It was just 2 CTFs, 1 S&D, not necessarily overtime. So that means sometimes you'd have the first map is S&D, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. So this will be good. Dom, sorry, but really sucks in this game, especially for competitive. Spawns are terrible. And it's just, yeah, pretty much the spawns are just make it terrible. Demo's okay. Spawns are pretty bad on that too, but it's a little bit more fair. But we decided that since the spawns in CTF are pretty good, and the maps for CTF are pretty good, we're just going to go up to CTF 1 search. So that'll be fun. I lost track of what I was going to say before that. So sorry about that. But, yeah, so... Oh, he got that nice knife on me. Basically, actually, right before this game, we had quite a bit of roster changes, and not about actual roster, but, like, positioning. I mean, Reese in, like, 3 days went from... Oh, look at that bottle spinning. Was someone playing Spin the Bottle? Sorry, I just noticed that. Enshure went from being Slayer to support for like 10 seconds, then OBJ, and now he's went to main Slay, which I feel is the best for him right now. And Stevey went from being Slayer to support, and yeah. And Kazmox is always OBJ. He doesn't really like it anymore because he's played all his life, but he does really well at it. If you saw that, what's that map? Hard Hat gameplay we posted the other day. You could tell he went hard on it. So yeah, it was great. But this is coming to an end. Rolex poops on me, old-time friend. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Amaze. Hope to get more up for you. We will be streaming probably other LAN teams. Dave doesn't really like it, the guy who runs it, but oh well. We'll get some more. If it's not them, we'll get some other teams. Alright. Peace.